song are you singing?
And I'm not singing, I'm learning on the piano.
Oh, okay, we should sing it later. Yeah, Leonard Cohen, fine Canadian. Do you know that, son?
Hmm?
Leonard Cohen?
Yeah.
He's Canadian.
Yeah. I loved him since when I was uni student.
He's great. That and Dance Me to the End of Love. That's another favorite song of mine.
All the songs he sang.
Yeah, he's a great poet.
Yeah.
Don't talk back.
Yes.
Did you like that song?
Yeah. What is it?
It's called Yakety Yak.
Yakety yak.
Do you know what a yak is?
Yak.
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 No, a yak.
Y-A-K.
Y-A-K.
Ah, that.
It's like a buffalo. It's a buffalo.
Ah, yeah.
A yak.
Yeah.
A big furry yak with big horns. It kind of looks like a big bull.
Oh.
Yakety yak. Don't talk back. Alright.
From the Himalayas, aren't they?
That's yak.
Alright, let's show you a picture. So everybody gets it. Yak.
Yeah, those Tibetans are drinking yak.
Yeah, Tibetan yaks.
Yeah.
That's a yak.
Yak.
Yakety yak. Don't talk back. Okay. Alright. I'm ready.
Every afternoon, when Professor Herbert Allen walked home from the university, he was so occupied with the book in his hand that he never saw anything around him.
When he reached home, his wife always
What? Stop. When he what?
reached.
Reached? Does that sound right?
Reached.
Reached.
Uh-huh.
It's the same thing with you. Try it. When he reached home.
When he reached home.
No. Reached. Listen. Reached. When he reached.
When he reached.
Good. Go.
When he reached home. When he reached home.
When he reached.
Reached.
Try. Okay. T. Ch. Reached. Now say it. Say the whole sentence.
When he reached home.
It was better. Yeah, just have to practice.
His wife always asks, what happened today, Herbert?
Nothing.
That's what you always say. I know in advance that you're going to say nothing, but I ask anyway.
Well, I've been brushing up on the Greek philosophers all day. Is that what you mean?
No, it isn't. Go watch for something.
One spring day, the weather was so beautiful that Herbert left the university earlier than usual and went to the park.
Of course, he carried the philosophy book with him. As long as he had to read it anyway, why not in the park?
He sat down on a bench under a tree, made himself at home, and started to read.
Around him were people enjoying the sunshine. The trees were covered with leaves. The flowers were in bloom. Every now and then a bird sang. It was a lovely day.
Professor Allen was about to begin the second chapter of his book when a man came over and sat down next to him.
Good afternoon. The last time I saw you was in Philadelphia, wasn't it? What are you doing here? Do you live in this town? I'm here seeing about something for my company. I've been up to my ears in work. This is the first chance I've had to get out of the office. Herbert didn't know what to say. He hadn't been to Philadelphia since 1952, when he went there to visit his wife's cousin. The man was mistaken, to say the least. Herbert, as far as he knew, had never seen the man before. What's the matter? Don't you remember?
wife's cousins?
One of your wife's cousins? I didn't think so.
Then I don't know you. The only people I know in Philadelphia are my wife's cousins.
Excuse me. I've obviously made a mistake.
The man went away and Herbert returned to his book. He had read only a couple of pages when, all of a sudden, a woman with a little boy spoke to him.
Pardon, mister, you look like a respectable person. Would you keep an eye on my son while I go across the street to the drugstore? I will be back in 5 minutes. Before Herbert could reply, the woman was gone. The professor put his book down and looked at the boy.
What's your name?
Herbert Allen. What's yours?
Ellen Herbert.
Really? That's very interesting.
Look, here comes the ice cream man. I want some ice cream.
All right. What flavor do you want?
Herbert bought some ice cream for the boy. Almost immediately, he had spots of chocolate on his clean white shirt. At that moment, the child's mother returned.
Oh, look at the shirt. Chocolate ice cream all over it. Mister, you're to blame for this. Why did you let him have it?
He wanted it?
He could have done without it. Now, what am I going to do? I have to meet my mother-in-law here in 10 minutes. If she sees Ellen like this, she will think I'm a careless housewife, not to mention a poor mother. I will just have to take him home and change his shirt. I can't get rid of those spots here. I should have known all along not to leave Ellen with a stranger.
The angry woman hurried away, dragging the chocolate-covered boy after her.
That was a close call. I thought for a minute she was going to have me arrested.
Once again, the professor opened his book. It was very interesting, and for the time being, he thought only about philosophy.
But once more he was interrupted. This time it was a rather poor-looking man.
Excuse me, sir. Would you let me have 25 cents? I'm broke and I haven't had anything to eat all day. I've had my hair salon, a nice big hammer since this morning. It's all I think about.
Let me look in my pocket. I'm sorry, but I don't have a quarter. Could you make a 50-cent piece do?
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
The poor man took the 50 cents and hurried away, having at Herbert and shaking his head.
For the next half hour, nobody interrupted Professor Allen. However, he didn't read his book. There was too much to see.
There was a fire in the square in front of the park,
An automobile accident at the corner.
and a military parade that marched right past the park.
It goes without saying that Herbert had no time to read.
Finally, around 4:30, Herbert decided he'd better go home.
His wife was slightly annoyed when she opened the door.
What have you been up to, Herbert? You're later than usual. The president of the Philosophical Society has been trying to get in touch with you all afternoon.
Let me think. Where was I? Oh, yes. Now I remember. It was such a fine day I went to the park.
You did? I'm glad, Herbert. You should go there every afternoon. The fresh air and sunshine will do you good.
Oh, I can't go that often.
Then go every other afternoon. Really, you're too hard on yourself, working so much at the university. Well, did you see anything interesting in the park? The professor smiled. For once, he would have something to tell his wife. Oh, I know. Don't tell me. As usual, nothing happens. Sometimes I wish you'd take your nose out of your books long time enough to look at the world around you. It's a lot more interesting.
The professor's wife went back to the kitchen. Herbert went into the living room and sat down.
I really don't feel up to arguing with her. Besides, maybe she's right. Maybe nothing happened and I just dreamed it all. Still, it was also exciting that I just as soon believe it was true.
Herbert was so absent-minded that he
was removing his coat when suddenly he noticed a spot on his sleeve. He began to smile.
Chocolate ice cream? It wasn't a dream after all. Everything really did happen. Well, come here. I have something to tell you.
Okay, let's go through this. So it's fine. It's just boring. You need to start hamming it up. Okay, so what I mean by that is really start to believe what you're saying. Okay, because right now, especially you, when we're reading like this and we can't really see, maybe sometimes the eyes poke out like that, but then they don't because we're just feeling too comfortable when we talk in front of something like that. Okay, so you, my dear, need to go like this. Okay? Marched.
March.
Sorry, marched.
March.
So I have a Canadian accent, I say marched. It's marched.
March.
Watched.
Watch.
Sleeped.
Sleep.
Slept.
Slept.
Returned. Okay. Mistaken. Good. Marched.
March.
Good. You have to really, really be careful of those. Watch those. Oh, and are you sick?
No.
No? Okay. Because you're kind of talking like this and I can't really hear you. Especially at that part. Remember last week? Did you practice this week?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. What did I say last week about the poor man?
The man is left.
Yeah, he's like this, but he's so hungry. Right? Excuse me, sir. Could you lend me a 25-cent piece? I'm broke and I haven't eaten anything all day. I've had my heart set on a nice, juicy hamburger. Oh. That's all I am thinking about.
Excuse me.
Oh wait, I'm so hungry. I've been thinking about this big, juicy hamburger all day. It's all I can think about. There's a way that you can be quiet. You might make me laugh. Is that okay, try that.
No.
But you're talking to him, to Mr. Herbert, right?
Excuse me, sir. Could you let me have 25 cents? I'm broke and I haven't had anything to eat all day. I've had my heart set on a big knife. Oh, nice.
I've had my heart set on a nice big hamburger. And when you say hamburger, you have to taste the hamburger in your mouth. You know when you have a nice fresh hamburger and it looks like the picture? Say when you go to Macca's or McDonald's and you see the picture of the hamburger, and when you get it, it never looks like that. Now imagine today, you have a hamburger and it looks exactly like it does in the photograph. You're like, oh my God. And then you take the first bite of that hamburger and you just feel like no one can make you mad because you have your hamburger. You really have to think about that. A nice, juicy, like my mouth right now is salivating. I'm probably gonna go get a hamburger after I'm done teaching here. Okay? Go.
Excuse me, sir. Could you let me have 25 cents? I'm broke and I haven't had anything to eat all day. I've had my heart set on a nice big hamburger. This morning. It's all I think about.
Okay, here, stand up. Stand up, switch places with me. You know, it would be really funny if you did this. Excuse me, sir, do you have a 25 cents? I'm broke and I haven't had anything to eat all day. And I've had my heart set on a nice, big, juicy hamburger. It's all I've been able to think about all day. You have to, because he's a hobo, right? He's poor. He's a bum, he's in really stinky clothes, he really stinks. You don't want this guy around you at all. You're like, here, take my money. I don't want you here anymore. So you need to feed off of his You know, kind of thing like, ooh, just take the money and go, kind of thing. Okay? Yep. Go for it.
Excuse me, sir. Could you let me have 25 cents, please?
Now move your chair.
I'm broken. I haven't had anything to eat all day.
And you're like,
I've been my hair sir on a nice big legacy.
My pocket. I'm sorry, but I don't have a quarter. Could you make a 50-cent piece, though?
get him away. You're like, oh, yes!
Oh, thank you, see ya.
Good. Good. Do you understand now? Okay, so that's what this whole thing needs. You need to play. Okay, why do you think this is called a play? Why do we call this a play?
We need to act up.
No, you don't need to act. You need to play. You need to have fun. Okay? It's called a play because you need to play. Mm. Okay. Okay, now you. When you give him crap, Mrs. Allen gives poor Professor Herbert so much crap throughout this. Where is a good one? Herbert, where have you been? Where's the part?
The last.
You're looking right at the beginning or the end.
Or maybe the end. Ah! What have you been up to, Herbert? You're later than usual. The president of the Philosophical Society has been trying to get in touch with you all afternoon. Okay?
Imagine your mom telling me you
Yeah.
off.
Alan!
You
Come on, give it to him.
You can do it.
Give it to him. Herbert, where have you been? Play. Have fun.
What have you been up to, Howard? You're later than usual. The president of the Philosophical Society has been trying to get in touch with you all afternoon.
Oh, that's good. Okay, now what's your response?
Let me think. Where was I? Oh yes, now I remember. It was such a fine day. I went
Okay.
to the park.
So when you're delivering that to her, you need to kind of pacify her a bit.
Yep.
Oh, let me think. Where was I? Oh yes, now I remember. Calm down. Right? Because she got. He's been trying to get in touch with you. Him and his wife over for dinner. If we don't have them over for dinner, then you're not going to get a raise. And if you don't get a raise, then we can't send our kids to a really good school. And if we can't get our kids to a really good school, then we're not going to go to a really nice retirement home. We're not going to be able to go travel. And if you miss this meeting, we're going to die poor, and it's going to be all your fault. So that's the anger that you have to come up with, right? And you have to be like, whoa.
Yep.
Chill out. Take a chill pill. Let's take it down to 2, kind of thing. And pacify her. Okay? Go.
What have you been up to, Howard? You're later than usual. The president of the Philosophical Society has been trying to get in touch with you all afternoon.
Okay, give him a little.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
I've come from just sleeping.
Sally, think of an emo knee. Like what emo would say to you. Okay?
You want?
An auntie.
Oh.
Go.
What have you been up to, Howard? You're later than usual. The president of the Philosophical Society has been trying to get in touch with you all afternoon.
You hold the paper in your right hand. Stand up. Herbert, where have you been? You're later than usual. The president of the Philosophical Society is trying to get in touch with you all day. You stand up and you give it to him. Every word, every sentence. Comes right out of your finger. Like a gun. Like. Okay? Go, do it.
Yeah.
Apparently the audience is sleeping. We don't want the audience to be asleep.
That's right. Good. Stand Right, just like that. Go. Now hold your paper in the other hand, and then use your left hand to point.
Why? Why not right hand?
Because if you're holding your paper here in your left hand, and you point like this, put your straw in your pocket so you can use your pointer finger. Then the audience can't see. Okay, so if you hold it here and point like this, then the audience can see your full body. Okay, so it's always never this, this.
I see.
Okay, so the audience can always see. So you never want to block to the audience. Go.
Why have you been to Harvard? You're later than usual. The president of the Philosophical Society has been trying to get in touch with you all afternoon.
One more time.
You need, can I say something? You need to follow his backing away. Don't let me say.
So as he backs away, you lean in forward and forward and forward and forward and forward. Here,
Just not so far you fall
here,
over.
stand there and watch. Watch. Perfect. Where have you been? So as he leans back, you need to lean forward. Okay? And then he's going, whoa, chill out.
Why have you been to Harvard?
You can't laugh. You can laugh, but you have to keep it. You have to be quiet. Because they're going to be laughing. Who's coming tonight?
We.
Oh, the parents? Are their homestay family coming?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
And then some of friends.
Oh, good. All right, go for it.
Why have you been to Harvard? You're later than usual. The president of the Philosophical Society has been trying to get in touch with you all afternoon.
Because you nearly knocked my head out of my hands, but other than that, very good.
Okay, let's do it one more time and then have space to respond to it.
What have you been up to? What have you been up to? And
What have you been up to,
Yeah.
Herbert?
Up to.
Up to.
Up to.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was fantastic.
Yeah, that was almost too good because you nearly knocked this away.
Yeah.
Give it to him.
Why have you been? Why have you been up to Harvard? You're later than usual.
Yeah.
President of the Philosophical Society has been trying to get in touch with you all afternoon.
Go, keep going.
All afternoon.
Thing. Oh yes, now I remember. It was such a fun day. I went to the park.
Oh, you did. I'm great.
Make sure your paper isn't in front of your head, right? Because if it's like that, all afternoon. You have to.
Actually, you almost remember.
Yeah, put your paper down. Where have you been?
And you can make it up.
Yeah, you can make it up.
Yeah.
Okay, go again. Oh, I have to work. Go. Go.
Why have you been up to Harvard? You're later than usual. The president of the Philosophical Society has been trying to get in touch with you all afternoon.
Hey, where was I? Oh yes, now I remember. It was such a nice day. I went to the park.
Oh, you did. I'm glad, Harvard.
No. You did? Oh, I'm glad, Herbert.
Oh,
You should
okay.
go there every afternoon. Okay, so now it has to be really angry. Okay? So deliver the line again. Here, stand here, sweeties. Deliver the line again. Let me think.
If you could all right.
Ah?
Hey, where was I? Oh yes, now I remember. It was such a nice day. I went to the park.
You did? Oh, Herbert. Okay, yes. All right. Well, I'm glad you're going there. You should go there every afternoon. The fresh air and sunshine will do you good. So from this point, oh, Herbert, the park is really good. Oh, I'm glad you went, sweetie. Oh, that's really gross. Okay, so it has to be yin and yang. Okay?
Where was I? Let me think. Oh yes, now I remember.
Keep it.
Such a nice day. I went to the park.
Oh, you did?
Take your time.
What?
Keep in this. As he's delivering his line.
Yep.
You did? Oh, Herbert, I'm so glad you went to the park and got some fresh air. It's so good for you. You have to keep in it. And then, keep in it. Stare at him. Stare right into his eyes. Right into his eyes. Go. Stare. Stare him down.
Can you go through your line just because that would let me know when you're finished and I can
Okay, yeah.
stop?
How about we start? Herbert, where have you been? Start from that line.
Well, have you been up to Harvard? You're later than usual. The president of the Philosophical Society has been trying to get in touch with you all afternoon.
Where was I? Let me think. Oh yes, now I remember. It was such a nice day. I went to the park.
Oh, you did? I'm glad Harvard. You should go there every afternoon.
Okay, more. Oh! Try that. Yeah, okay, try that. Oh, you did? Oh, I'm so glad you went to the park. Go, do it again.
Oh, you did? I'm glad Harvard. You should go there every afternoon. The fresh air and the sunshine will do you good.
I couldn't go that often.
Then go every afternoon. Then go every other afternoon. Really, you're too hard on yourself. Working so much at the university. Well, did you see anything interesting in the park?
Good. So at that point you can sit back down and have a seat, right? Very last line, Herbert. Chocolate ice cream. Chocolate ice cream. It wasn't a dream after all. Everything happened. Martha, come here. I have something to tell you. Right? It has to go right into it. Okay, so we're going to stop there just because I want some more time to work on you guys and I have to leave at 1 o'clock. Yeah. So we took a lot of time. But do you see how we have sections that we need to really take apart and play with? Yeah?
So we can position in here, but we can...
Yeah. But even though you're seated down, don't feel like you're stuck and you can't get off of your chair. Leap off your chair and give him the stare down to the center. Okay? Good job, everyone. Okay, where should we... Would you mind if we work in here, son?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, homework.